Kevin Durant's career has reached a very interesting point. Over 17 NBA seasons, KD has compiled 15 All-Star appearances, 2 NBA titles, 2 Finals MVPs, and is just the 8th player to ever score over 30,000 points in league history. But one could argue that he hasn't really been as popular since leaving Golden State. And the point he's reached with the Suns is actually quite similar to other points in his career. We just didn't see it. From KD's Oklahoma City rise, to his Warriors controversy, to the basketball purgatory he seems to be stuck in since playing in Brooklyn and Phoenix, makes us wonder, what really happened to Kevin Durant's career to reach this odd point that he stands at today? I'm Jerry, and this is a Clutch original on one of the weirdest NBA careers ever, Kevin Durant. Every stop in KD's career had something weird going on, and it all started in Seattle, because it was during this time that GM Sam Presti started shifting the team toward their young nucleus that they didn't even have yet. Presti became GM on June 7, 2007, and immediately committed to a complete rebuild. They moved on from superstars Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis. Allen was moved to Boston in 2007, Lewis in a sign and trade in 2007 to Orlando, and the Durant era began. KD was taken second overall in the 2007 NBA draft. And in his rookie year, he played 80 games averaging 20 points and just over 4 rebounds. But the Sonics finished 20-62. Good for the second worst record in the entire NBA and worse in the Western Conference. And despite winning Rookie of the Year and joining LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony as the only teenagers at the time to average over 20 points per game in their rookie season, changes would happen immediately because the team owner would move on to Oklahoma City after owner Howard Schultz couldn't get funding for a $220 million arena upgrade. Schultz sold the team to Clay Bennett's investment group. They still couldn't find funding for a Seattle arena. And as you know, the team left Seattle. But the team was making changes in other aspects of the franchise too. After the team moved, KD started to flourish with Jeff Green and the additions of Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka through the 2008 NBA draft. Then James Harden was added to the mix in the 2009 draft. And this young Thunder team started taking over. Because in 8 seasons with the Thunder, KD never averaged under 25 points per game in a season and helped lift the team to relevancy. In 2012, they reached their first NBA Finals since 1996. And they made the playoffs in 6 out of the 8 years that he played in OKC. At this point, KD's career wasn't seen as weird at all, as he won the 2014 MVP award, was a 5-time All-NBA first-team member, a 4-time scoring champ, was a 2-time member of the 50-40-90 club, and was seen as one of the best players in the NBA. Durant was at the peak of his powers, but in recent history, we've seen this as the point where many players decide to move on. So, we'll give you a brief breakdown of the Golden State drama. When KD joined the Golden State Warriors on July 4, 2016, it rocked the NBA world for 3 major reasons. How great a player he was, how good the Thunder were, and how good the team he joined was, as the Warriors were just fresh off of the greatest regular season in NBA history with a 73-9 record. No one really cared how much success Durant actually saw in Golden State. But these 3 brief seasons brought the conversation of Durant as a perennial MVP to conversations of greatest player in the NBA. In this time, KD and the Warriors won 2 NBA Finals. Durant won 2 Finals MVPs. He made the All-NBA first team in 2018. And injuries with the calf strain and Achilles tendon further established KD's importance to the Warriors. When KD went to Golden State, he was 27 years old. That's the prime of NBA players' careers. He left the team in 2019 at the age of 30. Since moving on from Golden State, KD has never averaged less than 26 points per game in the regular season. And despite still being a superstar player since leaving Golden State, it hasn't been the same, for tons of reasons that you might not have noticed. When KD joined the Nets in 2019, that immediately shifted the team dynamic, lifting the team to immediate contender. Because when KD made his debut in 2020, the team became the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference after being a 500 team for the last 2 seasons. Every year KD was on the Nets, they made the playoffs, with the furthest playoff run being the Eastern Conference semifinals in 2021 against the Bucks, the eventual NBA champion. But since then, it's really been all drama for KD. Between Twitter beef with Kendrick Perkins, conflicts with Russell Westbrook, chemistry problems off the court with James Harden, and more. You hear more of KD's off-the-court drama than what he actually does on it. And this Nets team should have been one of the greatest ever. Going into 2021-2022, they were the preseason favorite to win the NBA Finals with Kyrie Irving and James Harden. The first team in NBA history, with 6 players who have made multiple All-NBA teams. But availability was another huge issue. Durant missed 27 games, and Irving missed 53. In fact, Durant, Irving, and Harden only played in 16 total games together, with a record of 13-3. A real question of what could have been, which is a common question in KD's career. So Durant moved on once again, requesting a trade in the 2022 offseason. And in February 2023, he was moved to Phoenix. Since joining the Suns in 2023, the Suns have made the playoffs every season, although they had just made the NBA Finals in 2021. However, he hasn't gotten out of the conference semifinals since leaving the Warriors. He also hasn't made the All-NBA first team since 2018. And in 2024-25, the Suns are just 2-11 when he isn't in the lineup. There's no doubt where Kevin Durant falls in NBA history. He's one of the best to ever do it. But since leaving Golden State, the closest he's gotten to NBA greatness is when his foot crossed the line in the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinals. Does KD make your team good? Absolutely. Does he make them a contender now? Not so much. It's an odd ending for a guy that could have been viewed in GOAT debates back in 2016. What do you think of Kevin Durant's legacy?